Good morning, everybody. This is Liz Jote, registered dietitian and director of clinical nutrition at Jackson Purchase Medical Center, doing another Learning with Liz lesson today. And this is October, and we think a lot of October, we think about Halloween, but also October, as probably a lot of people know, is National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And so I started thinking, are there any foods? Is there anything we can do to help us not develop breast cancer with nutrition? So I kind of investigated a little bit just to see if there is anything that we can do to help with that. So, trying to reduce our risk for developing breast cancer, there are some things we can control and there's some things that we cannot control. So, the things that we cannot control, of course, is if we have a genetic disorder to that, if it's, unfortunately can run into with families. Also, there are like gene mutations that we can't control that could cause breast cancer, so we can't do anything about that. But there are some things we can do. So I'm going to kind of talk about two of those things that we can do. So, helping to keep ourselves at a healthy weight. Weight is one thing. When somebody is overweight or obese, their risk for breast cancer actually increases. So trying to keep our weight down to, I don't want to say ideal body weight, but so that we're not in the overweight section can actually help us with decreasing that risk with that. And then the other thing is increasing our activity. They actually recommend for women for optimal health is to have at least 30 minutes of moderate to vigorous physical activity every day. I know I don't do that every day, so I'm like, oh, I need to increase that. That would help me a lot. But then there are certain foods that a person can eat that might help decrease that risk factor of breast cancer. And so these are foods that are high in dietary fiber, with vitamins and minerals, and with it's called phytonutrients that can help to decrease that risk. So some of those foods are some of the fruits and vegetables and grains, like the cruciferous and dark leafy green vegetables like spinach, broccoli, cauliflower, which I know cauliflower is not green, but it's in that same group. Brussels sprouts, cabbage, collard greens, and kale. They're in that dark, green leafy vegetables and have those phytonutrients in there. Fruits, so with fruits, especially like our citrus fruits, berries, pomegranate, cherries, they can actually help decrease that risk. And then, of course, eating higher fiber with our breads, our rice, our cereals. So more of the whole grain breads, the whole grain pastas, the whole grain cereals. Making sure when we read our list of ingredients that 100% whole wheat flour is listed first in with our bread or say with pasta or something like that, to increase that fiber intake from those types of foods. And the legumes are things such as beans, white beans, brown beans, black beans, green peas, lentils, soybeans. Those types of foods can actually help to increase our fiber, but help to decrease that risk with breast cancer. And then alcohol intake is also can be linked with increasing our risk with breast cancer. So, so just making sure we're keeping that to a minimum. So the recommendation actually from the American Cancer Association is to try to limit your intake to no more than 1 serving of alcohol a day. And a serving of alcohol is considered like 1.5 fluid ounces of a hard liquor, or 5 ounces of wine, or 12 ounces of beer. So trying to keep that down to a minimum also. So just those little things can actually help us decrease that risk of breast cancer. And if you could do something to help yourself, hey, those are some easy ways to do it. So I hope you enjoyed our lesson today. If you have any questions about this topic or any topics that you would like for us to discuss, please just drop us a little line and we'll be glad to cover those topics or those questions. So I hope everyone has a great day and try to get out there and do some of that activity outside, which helps us too. So thanks and have a great day.